Welcome to our explainer on Metro May in DINO. It's the 2025 Bollywood film that's part musical, part romance, and one that generated a ton of buzz. So, what's the real story behind this very unique movie? Let's get into it.
Every film has an origin story, but this one's really special. The entire idea for this movie came from just a few simple words spoken by the late, great Irfan Khan to the director Anurag Basu. Let's make Metro 2. It's just such a powerful and poignant way to start, connecting this new film right back to the original's legacy and to an actor we all miss.
Okay, so what exactly is this film? We're calling it a sequel, but it's maybe not a sequel in the way you're used to thinking about them.
It's what we call a spiritual sequel. So what does that actually mean? Well, it's not a direct continuation of the plot from the 2007 hit Life in a Metro. Instead, think of it as carrying the same spirit. It has the same themes, the same vibe, the same soul. It's all about exploring modern love in a big, bustling Indian city, just with a completely fresh set of characters and new stories.
The movie itself is an anthology, kind of like a tapestry. It weaves together the lives of four totally different couples in cities like Mumbai, Delhi, and Kolkata. And at its core, it's tackling those big, messy, and kind of beautiful topics, right? Love, connection, and that really strange feeling of being lonely even when you're surrounded by millions of people.
Now, one of the biggest talking points about this film was, without a doubt, the cast. I mean, it is absolutely stacked. So let's try and untangle this incredible all-star lineup. Okay, so you can see this is a pretty intricate web of characters. You've got the younger couple, played by Aditya Roy Kapoor and Sara Ali Khan, and then they're contrasted with the absolute powerhouse pairing of Pankaj Tripathi and Konkona Sen Sharma. But the stories also bring in legendary talents like Anupam Kher and Neena Gupta, plus Ali Fazal and Fatima Sana Sheikh. And here's a really cool piece of trivia for you. Konkona Sen Sharma is the only actor who actually returns from the original Life in a Metro, which creates this really nice, direct link between the two movies.
So, when you have a film with this many stars and this many storylines, you have to wonder, how in the world did they pull it all together? Well, the production itself was a journey, and I mean that literally. It took them all across India.
Just look at this schedule. It was a complete marathon that crisscrossed the entire country. Things kicked off in Kolkata way back in late 2022. From there, they moved through huge hubs like Mumbai and Bengaluru. The crew even shot some really key scenes at the beautiful Barog railway station before finally wrapping everything up in Delhi in early 2024. Now, there was a little bit of a delay, but the film finally hit theaters in July of 2025.
Okay, now let's talk about what might just be the film's most talked about feature, its music. And this wasn't just, a collection of catchy songs. No, this was something else. It was baked into the very DNA of the storytelling.
The director, Anurag Basu, made some seriously bold choices here. So, first off, the characters are constantly breaking the fourth wall. They're turning and speaking, or even singing, directly to us in the audience. Second, a lot like a classic Hollywood musical, the most important conversations and the big emotional beats happen through song. And third, and this is the real kicker because it's so rare in modern Bollywood, the actors actually sang their own parts. We're talking about people like Anupam Kher and Aditya Roy Kapoor performing their own playback. And this whole approach, it had a huge effect. The music, which was composed by the original's composer, Pritam, wasn't just background noise. A critic for India Today put it perfectly: the music doesn't just decorate the film, it defines it. Think about that. The music is the narrative. That's just how vital it was to the experience.
Okay, so let's recap. We've got a spiritual sequel, a massive cast, and this really unique musical style. The big question is, did it all work? What did critics and audiences actually think? Let's dive into the verdict. So if we take a quick look at the Rotten Tomatoes score, we see a 64% approval rating from critics. And that paints a pretty clear picture, right? It's a film that was generally liked, but it wasn't universally loved. It definitely got people talking and sparked some serious debate.
And when you really dig into what the reviewers were saying, you see this split. On one hand, pretty much everyone praised what they called the electric chemistry of the cast, especially between Pankaj Tripathi and Konkona Sen Sharma. And of course, Pritam's soulful music was a constant highlight. But on the flip side, a lot of people felt the second half really slowed down and that the plot started to meander. Sara Ali Khan's performance got some mixed reviews, and a few critics felt some of the characters just weren't fleshed out enough.
Of course, what the critics think is only one part of the story. The other side of the coin is always the money. For a movie with this huge cast and this ambitious style, the budget came in at 47 crore rupees. So the big question then becomes, did it connect with audiences enough to actually be a success?
And the answer is a big, resounding yes. The film went on to collect over 65 crore at the box office. So from a commercial standpoint, it was a clear success.
So ultimately, I think the general positive feeling was captured best by publications like Bollywood Hangama and The Hindu. They called it a fresh, unique musical entertainer and a heartwarming and soulful ode to urban romance. That really seems to sum it all up.
In the end, the whole film is really built around this paradox that I think we can all recognize, that feeling of being lonely in a massive crowd. And it really leaves you wondering, doesn't it? In our world today where technology and social media have us more connected than ever before, what does a film like this truly reveal about the nature of our relationships?